Has your outlook at all changed from when you first entered the league? I know people change in 9 years, so I can only imagine how much you've gone from a rookie to pretty much, like you said, the veteran of this Orlando Magic team.
I know how, I know how it works. I know what it takes to, be successful. I know what it takes to, be available and stay on a team and, work for, a position.
What would you say was your biggest reality check?
My biggest reality check. I think the biggest reality check for me was that the NBA just moves on so fast. Like, you could be upset, you could be angry at a situation. You could, not like where where you stand, but no one's going to sit there and feel bad. And no one's going to sit there and wait for, you to, get over that hump.
As a vet, what's one thing you wish you would have done as a rookie or in your earlier years that you pretty much do on a daily right now?
Probably take care of my body, rest my body. And I think that recovery is something that I didn't know too much about.
I know last season, they made the run to the Sweet 16 behind Buddy Boeheim.
Crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. What was your thoughts on that? I know they came short against Houston.
Yeah. It was fun. They had all our support. They did a great job. They made a run. Nobody expected them to, be in that position. Obviously, Buddy was, playing out of his mind. It's so crazy just even thinking that, Buddy is up at playing at Syracuse, never mind doing the things that he's doing. Just from knowing him since he was so young, just a little kid coming in the gym. So yeah, I mean, it's seeing him, I saw him play in high school, a little bit in AAU, and he was hooping, he was doing his thing. And to see him, at Syracuse being successful, and, it's probably not easy, playing for your dad, especially Coach Boeheim. So, but yeah, no, he's killing it. He's doing his thing, and, I'm super proud of him.
Yeah, right now they're on a 4-game winning streak. They beat Boston College last night.
Right? Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. Their new transfer, Swider, he dropped 21 points. That was a season high since transferring to Villanova.
Yeah, we went to the same high school.
Really?
Yeah, Swider. He went to the same high school that I went to up in Rhode Island. So I know him pretty well. As soon as he went to the Q, so I was like, finally, you came over this way.
What was that conversation like? What did he say back?
He was like, yeah, it was just a matter of time. And, we joked, laughed about it. But it was good. I was just congratulating him on coming to Syracuse, and, it's good to have him. He's a good player. And, hopefully, this 21-point game gives him confidence to, keep at it and, keep being successful and keep this winning streak up.
Let's talk about your time at Syracuse a little bit. How would you describe it? What were the most fulfilling moments during your time here?
Oh, definitely making the Final Four. That was the most, that was the, funnest time that I've had at Syracuse. But also, my freshman year was, it was a special year for me, personally, I think, just as far as, learning. I always say it was the most important year in my basketball career, just because, it was the first time I've, faced real adversity. Not really playing, not really getting that much minutes. Felt like I should have been playing, even though we were 30-3. So, I got to see, what it took to make it to the next level. Got to play against guys that were going to be in the next level. Every day in practice was a war. Because our team was so good, man. Like our backup 5 could have made the Sweet 16 that year at least. So it was it was a special experience.
I know Benny Williams, 5-star freshman here at Syracuse, he's kind of going through the same thing that you went through your freshman year. What would you tell him if you had a chance to talk to him right now?
I would tell him to take all the anger and frustration that he has and be the first person at the gym, be the last person to leave. Find some peace, obviously, because it's not easy. Find some peace, whatever that is, whether it's, hanging out with your friends, playing video games, handle your mental right. And then, I don't know what his situation looks like for next year, um, in terms of in his position, who's ahead of him. But, um, use this year as a get ready year for next year.
How tough is it, like going through that freshman season and not getting the opportunities or minutes that you want? Like, is it like you're playing on a short leash? Like, are you thinking about messing up the entire time?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's all of it, right? Like you're thinking about, messing up, you see your friends that you were just in high school with, playing on their college teams. You're like, you feel like, you should be playing. Um, although all those thoughts are, in your head, and, you just want to, constantly justify why you should be playing. And if you can, take that energy and put it into, I'm just going to work hard and be the best player I can, you're going to be that much more successful.
I know it's a different world these days, especially with the transfer portal being as accessible as it has ever been.
Mhm.
Knowing what you with these current rules in place, had they been in place when you were playing here at Syracuse, do you think you would have transferred?
I don't think so. I remember Mike Benejay transferring into school, and I had to like first day he got to school, I was like, we got to play 1-on-1. Like that's just what it is. Like there can't be anybody coming in here even remotely potentially taking my spot.
Yeah. What was the result of that one-on-one game?
I don't know if Mike would want me to say it on here, but um, let's just say I won and I called the score of what the game was going to be.
Oh man, was it 2-11?
It was to 11.
If
11.
I get it right, will you
All right,
confirm
get it
it?
right. Yeah, I'll confirm it.
All right, let's say 11-5.
No, it was 11. It was 11-3. It was 11-3.
What about that 2014 team that went to the Final Four? What would you say separated you from a lot of other teams?
Um,
It was talent for
man,
sure.
I'm one. It was talent. Like I think that we were obviously really really talented. But we were so together, man. Like it was it was unreal. Like during that Final Four run, we were moving as one on defense. Like we were really, not only were we talented, but we were really together as a team. We were on like a 4 or 5 game losing streak. Like we had just like we were in a bad place during that year. And I remember coach something happened with coach, and we couldn't have practice. And it was almost like a movie. It sounds corny, but like it was like we all were there, and we're like, we just had to, like, this is our season. This is our, like, what are we doing? Like, da da da. Like, and we were like, yo, we really honestly don't even need coach to practice. Like, let's just go out there and run through our stuff. Like, really, like, hold each other accountable for what we're doing. And let's like change this around. Like, we went from beating the number one team, Villanova, in Villanova, to like 2 weeks later, like in being in a losing streak. We were like, we know we're talented, we know what we need to do, we just need to come together a little bit. And I think at that moment is when things really change for us.
As for Boeheim, I know like a lot of his peers in coaching are calling it quits, like Coach K at Duke, Roy Williams at UNC. Do you think it's time for Jim Boeheim to retire?
Nah, man. I wouldn't tell anybody retire. um I just think that's, for his own time. He's put in the years, he's put in the work. So it'd be interesting to see what he does, once Buddy's, um, leaves. So Syracuse is him, man. He built that, so he he gets to choose when he leaves.
What did you learn from him?
In the basketball world, he gave me a lot of, my own responsibility. And I think that kind of translated, into the NBA. We never had curfew, never had, we had to stay in the hotel, during the home games the night before. But like, as far as like rules and restrictions go, like he wasn't overly over the top. We definitely had rules in place, but I don't want to come on here and say that, he let us do whatever we want, because that's definitely not the case. But he gave us freedom in a way to, make our own choices.
So when you take a look at the roster, who do you think has the best chance of making it to the NBA?
I think Jesse is tough. I think he can, go out there and I mean, he can go to the next level and be successful and be that guy on a team who, can come in and, right away make a difference. Obviously Buddy, I think he can, there's a lot of guys that are, like him in the NBA and that look for, guys like Buddy who can come in, who can knock down an open shot, and is really, is a really, talented shooter. And a lot of NBA teams, that's what they like, that's what they see, and there's a spot for that. So I think those two guys, have a very good chance.
Those are the end of my questions, man. I really appreciate like you even being willing to do this, take time out of your day to talk to me a little bit about everything.
No problem, man. No problem. Yeah, let all the Syracuse people, fans, I miss them, and I can't wait to be back there. It's going to be great.